Mi gente, como estamos? With the Royal Rumble being tomorrow, I wanted to give you my personal top 5 Royal Rumble winners of all time. Coming in at number 5 was Dave Bautista in the 2005 Royal Rumble. Now, I love this for so many reasons because there was a battle back and forth over who was going to be the top guy, John Cena or Batista, because Randy Orton really hadn't been that guy yet. And we knew it was down to these two guys. So to watch Batista do this and then to take the main event at my absolute favorite WrestleMania from John Cena just made it that much more fun. Plus, who doesn't remember the thumbs down? Coming in at number 4 was the 2001 Royal Rumble. Guys, this elimination, I will stand on this hill forever, is the greatest elimination in Royal Rumble history. Not even close. Stone Cold gives this man a clothesline, and he almost goes over the top rope himself, but what happened is because he's so much smaller than Kane, he slingshot back into the ring. It was one of the dopest Rumble eliminations ever. The fact that Austin was the first and only man to ever win the Royal Rumble 3 times, it's just perfect because he's the greatest character in the history of professional wrestling. Also, if you watch this Rumble, you know that he didn't even make it to the ring before getting bloodied up because Triple H comes out and he beats him down to a bloody pulp and leaves him on the outside. So Austin has to overcome all of that to then go on to win the 2001 Royal Rumble. It was such a fun match. Coming in at number 3 is the 2023 Royal Rumble winner, Rhea Ripley. Now, I thought that she absolutely unequivocally deserved the main event over the tag match that year. Not only because Michael Cole literally says it after she wins it, like he says Rhea Ripley just booked herself the main event of WrestleMania, but also because her and Liv Morgan pulled a Shawn Michaels and British Bulldog. They come in 1 and 2, and then she goes on to win the Royal Rumble. Just such a great moment. Let's also not forget that this led to a WrestleMania rematch in which Rhea Ripley was facing Charlotte Flair for the title, Charlotte being the champion this time, and then they went on to steal the entire show. Coming in at number 2 was 1995, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Coming in at number 1, British Bulldog coming in at number 2. That over the top rope elimination, 1 foot touching the ground for him to skin the cat, get back in the ring and eliminate the British Bulldog. This was a absolute surprise. There wasn't a single person alive that knew that Shawn Michaels was going to win the Rumble that year. And coming in at number 1, my absolute favorite Royal Rumble winner of all time is the 1994 dual champions Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart. This Royal Rumble itself is one of the most underrated by wrestling fans ever. As I've mentioned on here before, Lex Luger was my father's all-time favorite wrestler. Bret the Hitman Hart was my WWF guy. Now, I had known Lex Luger before Bret because my dad introduced me to WCW. So I followed his career extensively when he made it to the WWF and became the All-American Lex Luger. But Bret Hart was my guy. That Mr. Perfect match in 1991 made me a fan of Bret, and to this day, he is still my Mount Rushmore. He is still my all-time favorite WWE guy. I would go as far as saying that Bret the Hitman Hart is my comfort wrestler, meaning if I was in a depressive state, I would turn on WrestleMania 10's opening match, and then I would watch him win the main event later on that evening. This match will always be number 1 to me. It will never move from that spot, more so because I watched it with my dad. It meant the world to me, and because our 2 favorites at the time were the co-winners. Guys, I would love to hear who your top 5 Royal Rumble winners are, so stitch this, duet this, or just throw it in the comments. Guys, we got 1 more day to the Royal Rumble, so you know what that means. WrestleMania.